Hello and welcome back to Sick Plays. Today we're going to be talking about shuffling and what it's actually used for. Now, the thing is, a lot of people don't realize shuffling is not actually a true randomization. It is just a means of maintaining consistency and making it so that it's harder to cheat. Now, let's go and use my Sisay Weatherlight Captain deck I just built in order to properly explain this. Now, the thing is, whenever you have the consistency that you want to have, you will do a chunk shuffle, where you take, chunks of your deck and rearrange them as such. The smaller the chunks, the bigger the effect on the consistency of the deck. Now, that's also the same one where you do this lengthwise, just dot, 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 and the other kind of shuffle, like there's several different kinds, is where you seed it. And this is not the same thing as mana seeding, because mana seeding is intentionally making it so that the consistency reaches what you want, but by taking these and putting them between each other. Now, one way I can demonstrate this is by waffling it on purpose. This is not something you ever want to do in front of a Magic player unless you're trying to prove a point. And now that we have it waffled properly, this right here is the best way to change the consistency of the deck. Now, by doing it this way, you shift the consistency, but if you keep shifting the consistency too much, you can cause variance to happen in your deck, and that's not something you want to happen. So be careful that you do not do too much of any one kind of shuffling. And whenever you are dealing with something like, for example, Arena is a bad shuffler because they try to emulate true randomness, whereas hand shuffling, like you do whenever you are playing hand Magic, like in-person Magic, that kind of shuffling is the kind that you're supposed to use because you're trying to control the consistency, not try to truly randomize what cards you're going to draw, because true random has as much variance as there is non-variance. However, one thing that you can say about the Arena game is that variance is more common because they cannot actually emulate proper true random. So while trying to emulate true random, they actually make it even worse, making variance more common.